Good morning, every day travel number 9, right?
Good morning, every day.
Oh. Good morning. Okay. Woo, delirious. Good morning, everybody. Here we are from Grants, New Mexico, coming to you from the Walmart, and we are about to start travel day number 9. 9. I'm running out of fingers and toes. We're going to Holbrook, Arizona, and we've got a spot there for 2 days at the OK campground.
2 nights.
2 nights, OK campground. We're hoping it's a little better than just okay, but that's where we're going, okay? Okay. And then from there, we're gonna go to the Petrified Forest. Like I said yesterday, I think we've got it figured out for Zion. We'll just have to see if we can get a place.
Yeah, don't know if we're gonna be able to get a spot to camp this late of notice.
Right.
So I guess that it'll all depend on that as to where we go next.
So we've done our walk around. I got to go turn the Jeep off. I like to run it for about 15 minutes every morning just to make sure the battery's charged. But look at that cool old camper that came in last night after we went to bed. Huh? It doesn't matter what you have, if you have a beautiful motorhome or grandpa's camper.
It's whatever you feel comfortable in.
Yep. So we're gonna go get on the road. We'll see you in a little bit.
Oh, and we're only traveling, what, 150 miles
Yeah, I was
today?
going to do that when we got inside and I showed them the
sorry.
GPS. All right, so we are going to Holbrook, Arizona. And if you look at the Lincoln Drive Dash system that we have here, and I'm going to tell y'all, I haven't used hardly any of the features on this. If we had an auxiliary plug somewhere, our auxiliary plug is inside the radio, so it makes it impossible for me to hook up everything else. But you could use your Spotify and all that stuff and go through the stereo system. Your phone can go through it and go through the stereo system. We're basically just using the awesome dash cam. For what this thing cost, just a dash cam this good would probably cost me at least half of this unit, and then it's got the GPS. So we're using what we can with it or what we need to use with it. So if you look, we've got 158 miles to go today, 2 hours and 15 minutes. We're going to stop and get gas, maybe a little something to eat. Then it's 1 mile difference, so we'll have to see if the Garmin is right for 159 or the Lincoln Dash Drive system is right with 148.
But this is also trucker.
Yeah, this is a trucker.
Set on trucker, and this is not.
Correct. So we're going to get on the road. We'll see you down when something comes up.
Okay, we're back on I-40, headed west. Alec already told you where we're headed, to Holbrook, Arizona, to go to the Petrified Forest. Nice day today. I don't know, it seems a little windy. Is it? It
is a little windy, and there are no trees here, so you can't look at the tree to see how windy it is. You just have to hang on because gusts come across these open areas just randomly. So you can't just willy-nilly. You do have to keep a good, at least one hand good on the steering wheel.
So we were talking about gas stops. How much gas do you have?
I have between half a tank and 3/4. And we stopped last night with 3/4, but we did run the generator for 3.5 hours while we cooked dinner and made coffee this morning.
So our options were, we could go ahead and stop in 5 miles and get gas, but we're headed to a small town, and so I was looking at where there were gas stations between here and where we're stopping for the night. And we typically like to fill up with gas towards the end of the day, or like Alec has said before, at half a tank. So what we've decided to do is, since we don't have a real long travel day, is about 62 miles down the road there is a another gas station, and that's kind of like our last chance to get gas before we get to the campground that we're going. So we're just going to fill up with gas there instead of stopping twice today for gas. We're just going to do it once. So this is what our day's looking like so far. It's a beautiful day. We'll see if it continues to be that way. Look at this beautiful landscape. Look at these red cliffs on the side of the road over here.
Show them out this side window here.
It's just so pretty. You keep getting these wind gusts. You're getting up into
higher elevation.
And what have we noticed?
Humidity, or lack thereof.
No humidity. And that's all we had in
Texas.
That's just a damaged guardrail. But it's so cool to see these little homesteads
Carved out in the rocks.
Yeah, just in a little area, just bam. Oh, there's a
rodeo.
little, yeah.
You get up here, you can show them all this.
What's a safety corridor?
I don't know that you're filming them.
No, I'm not. You just think I am.
It looked like you were doing things.
These red cliffs over here. Oh wow. Speeding fines double in the safety corridor. So you gotta find out what it is. Have you seen any speed limit signs?
Yeah, 75. And we are flying down the road at 62 miles an hour.
It says Continental Divide, half a mile.
So I just pulled up on the GPS system. We're at 7,309 feet and rising. So I think this one is like 73.25. I'll let you know when we get to the top. But people ask about a gasser. We are going 65 miles an hour crossing over the Continental Divide.
Elevation 72.75.
But my GPS says that we're really at 73.02. I do drive when we're in the mountains. I keep my transmission in tow haul mode, and that way it allows kind of work like a Jake brake. The transmission will downshift, so I don't have to use the brake as much when we go down these steep inclines, like when we cross the Continental Divide. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Do we cross it one more time, going up to Montana, climbing through those mountains?
I'm not sure.
We'll have to see. But yeah. Now, if we would have gone Interstate 70 and gone through Denver, the Continental Divide's about 3,000 feet higher. That's why I prefer not to go through Denver. The traffic, the tunnels, and the additional height. And of course, a day of travel would not be a day of travel without construction.
So far, I'm not seeing much though going on. Oh yeah, here it goes. It's merging into one lane now. See it?
Yep.
I love looking at this landscape.
Keep your eyes open for elk. See the big yellow sign?
Oh yeah. We saw some pronghorn yesterday.
Yeah, a little, it's like a little herd of 6 of them.
See how narrow this merge, it doesn't look like it's going to be too narrow.
No, luckily they don't have the cinder blocks up on one side.
Right.
Or concrete block.
Barrier or whatever you call it. Here they are working. Look at all that equipment.
Some money being spent.
Doesn't look like this is too much further down the road either.
No.
They're just repaving. All right, it's 11 o'clock. We are getting off for gas. And we're going to
take the I-40 West ramp.
see what this looks like.
Hope it's better than the last one.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I think we're going to go down to the Travel America. Let's take a look at the Travel America.
Wow, there's 2 buses
Yeah, that's why I was going to go down, because it seems
in there.
really confined. This looks wide open.
But the confusing part to, oh, well, this says cars.
Make a
Okay.
U-turn.
So you just can pull up at these last 2 pumps?
Yep.
Okay. Let me get out and navigate.
All right, so the Loves was super crowded. So we went to the Travel America, the TA, here in Gallup, New Mexico. There's the front of the store. $146.63 at $3.29 a gallon. Got to get my stay bill 360. So we put in 45 gallons worth of gas, so we had to add 9 ounces of Stay-Bill. Looks like we both got chicken fingers. We are killing time with food.
Alex says we're getting close to Arizona.
First time, we think.
But here's a cool little Indian arts and crafts area. I'm gonna try to show it out my window.
No, it was back there. Oh, here it is.
Here it is, up here. Looks like a teepee. Teepee trading post. I bet that's a cool place. It's got a pretty backdrop. It looks like fake animals up on the thing there, up on the ledge.
Alright, there's your sign right there, man.
Oh, and here's my sign, Alex says.
I gotta keep you straight.
I was too busy looking at the fake animals on the ledge right there. Arizona.
Welcome to Arizona, the Grand Canyon State.
And I think this is our first time in Arizona.
Could be.
Because when we left California, headed to Minnesota, the truckers were supposed to be on I-40. They were having that convoy, so we decided not to get caught up in that on I-40. Here's
Show
another
that sign
Arizona
on your
sign.
side window.
But, so I think we took 15
Did we?
out of California up.
I will say this. I'm liking Arizona roads. We've only been on them for a couple of minutes, but look at how, now it may not stand, but look at how smooth and well kept they are.
Time will tell. And we don't ever pull off at any of those little gift area places because you never know what the parking is going to look like, and we don't want to get hemmed up in a situation, so we just don't stop. And if we're in the area and staying a night or two, we'll disconnect the Jeep and go and venture out in the Jeep.
Almost like it's just like a wasteland. I wonder if this is where Mad Max was filmed.
Just nothing but wide open spaces.
We haven't even seen any smiling faces.
Alright, so we had a little bit of confusion. The information sign on the highway said the camp to get off at 289 to go to the campground, but when I spoke with the lady on the phone yesterday, she said to get off at exit 286. So we pulled off. I just confirmed with her that we were supposed to get off at 286. So we're getting off at 286.
Well, I originally got off at 289.
Yeah, we
pulled
got
over so I could call, so Cindy could call.
Yeah, we got off at 289 and just went to a gas station that was right there, just so we could confirm, because the lady, when I was on the phone, said it'll be easier for you to get in
Take exit
if you come off of 286, exit 286. So I just called, confirmed, and that's what she said. So we got back on the interstate, and that's what we're doing.
Navajo Boulevard.
Hey, they've got Maverick gas. Remember we got Maverick for the first time going down to Texas?
Yeah, they were nice gas stations.
And remember they had to give me a special code because I had an out-of-state.
Oh, that's
credit card.
right. I do remember that.
Continue straight onto Navajo Boulevard.
We're going to fill the Jeep up before we go to...
Will we go anywhere?
Well, before we go way down to the petrified forest.
All right. So then she said, we're going to see a yellow shipping container.
And we'll go to the left or to the right? To the left.
On Buzzard
Then take the first line. Continue straight onto Navajo
Buzzard Boulevard. Can you see the street sign? Does
That's
that
gotta
say
be it right there.
In a quarter
Yeah,
mile,
it says
turn
Buzzard.
left onto Hilltop Street.
There's a picture of a
Buzzard Boulevard?
bird.
Okay,
picking at
I
a
don't
carcass.
know why it would have been any big deal for us to come down that way.
I don't think it would have been.
I don't think it would have been either.
But what do I know?
Huh. Unless she just wanted us to make a left turn instead of a right.
The right would have been easier.
That's weird. Okay. So not sure why they said that on the phone.
Unless maybe it was closer.
Both times.
Take the second
Who
right
knows?
onto Roadrunner Road.
All right.
Looks nice and clean so far.
So, oh, it does say office this way. Let's take these turns and
Trying
bumps
to keep
very
the dishes
slow.
in the cupboard.
In 1,000
Evidently,
feet,
we've been
destination
coming in
will be
hot
right.
lately. All right, here's the RV office. We'll go get checked in.
Hey y'all, it's Alec from Sharing the Journey. I forgot to close out this video, so you've got me without Cindy. She's already ready for bed and just about tucked in. Give you a little bit of stats. So today was a short day, 160 miles. And you say, why in the world have you acted so grumpy and tired lately? Well, since we left on the 21st of last month, I've driven 2,373 miles. I've dodged wrecks. I've outrun tornadoes. I've driven through rains that were terrible. I'm going to use these next 2 days to rest and to enjoy the petrified forest. So next video will be from the petrified forest here in Arizona. I think I'm in Arizona. I've been through so many states. But anyway, thank y'all for coming along with the journey today, and we'll see you on the next one.